So lesson 5B is about solving by taking the square root. So when you see two terms, okay, the sign here is going to be two terms. One square term and something else, okay? Sine square term plus another term equal to 0, okay? So square term plus another term equal to 0. That means two terms. Eventually you have two terms. For example, you have x squared minus 16 equal to 0. The first step is isolate the square term on one side. So these two terms right here, the term is the square is the one with the square. So square term with the x squared. I want to isolate this by itself. That means I want to move the negative 16 to another side or get rid of it. So I plus 16 to both sides. Negative 16 and plus 16 is gone. And then 0 plus 16 is 16. Now second step is taking the square root of both sides. If you take the square root of the x squared, before last lesson we learned about square root of x squared is absolute value of x. But this is like, you can write this step down, or if you want, you can just go directly to the answer. This is optional, okay? You have x, and then square root of 16 is 4. Absolute value of x equal to 4. That means x is plus minus 4. So that you say this one is plus minus. That's how you say it. Say plus minus. That means you have two solutions. One solution is positive 4, one solution is negative 4. Okay? So make sure to have two solutions, plus and minus. Sound good? Yeah. Alright, number 2, example number 2. This one is going to be very fast. Easy. X squared equals 64. Plus minus 8, right? Is the square term isolated by itself? Yes or no? Yeah. Yes, right? Only the square on one side. That's how you check it. Only the square on one side. So that's good. That means the step 1 is already done. Step 2 is taking the square root of both sides. Now you need to take the square root of both sides. Okay? Square root and square root cancel out. X equal to, what is square root of 64? 8. Make sure you have two solutions, plus and minus. Plus minus 8. That's the solution. Easy? One line of answer. Right? See, you want to assemble very fast. So maybe you can do some for me whiteboard. So number 3. All right, mini whiteboard, let's go. Oh, make sure when you do a mini whiteboard at the end, copy down to your notebook, okay? Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it one by one. Is the square term by itself? Yes and no. Yes and no. The square, you only see the square, but you see the negative as well, right? You don't want a negative. How do you get rid of a negative?
Times by negative.
You can divide by negative 1, you can times negative 1, or you can just think about you flip this over here, you flip this one over here. Okay, let's stick with the divide by negative 1. Maybe that's the one that you have been learning. Okay, so that means the negative gone. You have x squared equal to negative 50 divided by negative 1 is 50. Is the square term by itself? Yes, right? Now what is the second step? You're gonna take in the square root. Square root and square a cancel out. You have x. What is square root of 50? Oh, now go back to the 5a. How do you break it? 50 is 25 and 2. Right? 25 is perfect square. 25 is 5 times 5. So 2 same number, they're going to go out. They're going to go out. 5. What number have left? 2. So 2 left inside. 5 square root of 2, right? So x equal to, what is the step 3 right there? Make sure to have
plus minus.
Two solutions, plus minus. I love you forgot this. Okay? Good job. Good job. For those who got this one at first try, that's good. Alright, number 3. 3x squared equal to 12. Easy. Easy. 1 minute and 30 seconds. I hope I can say everybody get point this one, okay? So because x is the only one with the square, 3 is not square. So it's going to be different from if you have 3x but square. Now this is the square term. But this one only the x have is the square term. So you need to get rid of the 3 by dividing both sides by 3. So 20 divided by 3 is 4. And now you can take the square root because the square term by itself. After taking the square root of 4 is 2. And then make sure I have 2 solution plus minus 2. Okay? Number 4. X squared plus 8 equal to 24. Alright, 2 minutes. Let's go. Easy. Which one is the square term? Oh, look at this. How many terms you see here? 3. Oh, mister, you said that when taking the square root, it should be only 2 terms. So why we have 3 terms? Well, I mean 2 different terms. This, you can combine a term, right? So 2 terms, but 2 different terms. Maybe to make more sense, 2 different terms. Okay, so 2 different terms. Because this is number. You can combine that term. Alright, which one is the square term? I have x squared, 8 and 24. Which one with the square? Which one is square term? X, right? That means I want it to be one side. I need to get rid of the 8. How do I get rid of the 8? Minus 8, okay? Remember this is plus. Minus 8 minus 8. X squared equal to 24 minus 8? 16. How do I get rid of the square? What's the next step? Taking the square root, square and square root gone. Only x left. What is square root of 16? 4. But then I need to make sure I have 2 solutions. Plus minus 4. Easy? Good. Alright. Good job everyone. I have a feeling you do really good on this one. You will do very good in this one. I mean on this lesson, not this one. Alright, 2 minutes, let's go. Now when I explain it, you're gonna remember it very vividly. Okay, first tell me which one is the square term.
X minus 4.
Is it x or x minus 4? The x minus 4, right? The whole thing here is have the square.
Yeah.
So the square term is this whole thing x minus 4. Now next question, is it already isolated?
No.
What else do you see?
Oh.
A dust?
Sorry.
There's a dust here?
Sorry, yeah.
Is that isolated? Okay, good job, Sam. What is... No, forgot what I'm saying. Is it isolated by itself already?
Yeah.
Yes, right? We're done. Done the first step. What is the second step? You're gonna take the square root. Square and square root is gone. You have x minus 4. What is square root of 64? 8. What is your step 3? Step 3 to make sure they have 2 solutions. Always when you take the square root, you need to write immediately plus and minus 8. Okay? So Nico got to this step. But then that cannot be the final answer. The final answer only the x. So tell me, what is the plus minus 8? Do you know what's the meaning though?
Yeah.
You cannot just blindly write out plus minus 8. What does plus minus 8 mean? That means you have 2 solutions. One solution is... No, one solution, I'll just talk about the plus minus 8. One solution is positive 8 and the second solution is negative 8. Right? So that means you have this. Or you have this.
Yeah.
Right? Now this go back to answer 1. What is the x then?
12.
X equal to? You add 4 to both sides, right? Add 4 both sides. You have x equal to 12. That's a lot of you got this one too. But you forgot that the second solution here. Plus 4 plus 4. What is negative 8 plus 4? Negative? That's the 2 solution. Sometimes you don't have anything on the square. That's why you only have plus and minus 4. Because you only have positive 4 and negative 4. And they are the same number. That's why you can just write plus and minus 4.
Oh.
But this, they don't have the same number. So you need to separate them like this. Okay? And then you also have some inside the square term. Does it make sense? It's different a little bit, but it's not that hard, right? Almost done. Express. All right, let's go. 2 minutes. Same thing, very similar. I just want to see if you learned it. X square term is it x?
X plus 8.
X plus 8, right? The whole thing here, right? So the square term is it already isolated?
Yeah.
Yes, right? So what do you need to do? Take the square root. Very good. Square root and square root gone. So x plus 8. What is square root of 16?
4.
4. But then you need to have
Plus minus.
plus minus. Okay? That means you have two solutions. One solution is the left side is still the same. You don't change anything. X plus 8 equal to 4 and x plus 8 equal to negative 4. Okay? Alright, this is answer 1. How do you solve this one? Subtract a on both sides. 4 minus 8 is negative 4. Subtract 8 on both sides. Negative 4 minus 8, negative 12. Okay? Alright, just 2 more, we're done. Yeah, just write down, write down. Take time to write down to your note as well. Write down to your note. Just 2 more. Ready? Yeah, make sure you write out your note. The example. Okay, let's go. 2 minutes. Okay, answer me. Which one is the square term? Which one is the square term?
X minus 1.
X minus 1, no 2, right? 2 is not inside the square. So you need to isolate the square term, but get rid of the 2. How do you get rid of the 2?
Divide.
This is a multiplication, so you need to divide it, okay? So what do I have is x minus 1 square. What is 88 divided by 2?
44.
44, very good. Now, is the square term isolated by itself? Yes? Yeah? It's only square term now.
Yeah.
Now, after it's isolated, you need to take in the square root to cancel the square. You are allowed to read now. So x minus 1, that's not what I have after I cancel this. Square root of 44. Oh, this is not a perfect square, so you need to do the 3 method. Break it down. 44 is
11 4.
4 times 11, right? 4 is 2 and 2. That's the perfect square. So 2 go out because I have 2 same number. What I have left inside?
11.
Square root of 11, right? So the answer for the square root of 44 going to be x minus 1 equal to 2 square root of 11. But here, every time you take the square root, you need to have plus minus. Don't forget that. That's the step 3. Okay? What you gonna do? The answer always need to be only the x. How can I get rid of the negative 1?
Plus 1. Plus 1. Plus 1.
You add 1. This is answer 1. You add 1. Now let's talk about this. A lot of you try to like, oh, 2 plus 1 is 3. You cannot do it, right? For example, I have 2 smiley face. I add 1 frown face. Can you add them? Can you add them? No, right? So just keep them the same. You cannot add them. It's going to be x equal to. I saw a lot of you write 2 square root of 11 plus 1 and negative 2 square root of 11 plus 1. That's correct. That's correct. That's full point. Okay? But here, another way you can write it, like mathematician write it this. X equal to 1 plus minus, right? You can combine one in one line. 1, I have to move the 1 to the front. Plus minus 2 square root of 11. You can also write it this. Okay? Either way is fine. I just write you usually universal. How do they write it? Okay? Good?
So we usually do plus minus, that's it?
You can write 1 plus minus 2 square root of 11. Yes, that's it. That's 2 solutions. Same thing. You see? Same thing. I just move the 1 to the front. That's it. But if you just keep like this, just keep like this. But the point is you cannot add them. This one has square root 11. This one doesn't have anything. It's not combined like term. They're not like term. You cannot add them. Make sense? Yeah? Alright, good. Last one. Make sure you copy down to your note as well, okay? Do you need time to copy down to your note?
Yeah.
Okay, copy down. So or either one is fine. If you fine with this, you don't want to write at this, it's fine. You still get full point, okay? just remember that you cannot add them. One square root, one without square root is not like term. Alright. Ultimate one. It's the same thing. It's the same thing anyway. Same thing. That's it. 2 minutes, let's go. One, because combine everything we have been done so far. Okay? First, decide which one is the square term. Which one is the square term?
X minus 1.
Only the x minus 1. That's the one with the square, right? This is the only square term. You want to isolate this one. How do I isolate this? Now back to answer 1. I have 2 and negative 5. Which one I need to get rid of first?
Plus 5.
Negative 5, right? You need to get rid of this one by plus 5. The furthest away from x. So plus add 5. So 2x minus 1 square. What is 45 plus 5? 50. Now you can get rid of the 2 by divided by 2. This gone, so x minus 1 squared equal to, what is 50 divided by 2? 25. Now is the square term by itself? Yes, right? You can take in the square root. Okay? Take the square root both sides. This gone, the square and square root cancel out. X minus 1. What is square root of 25? 5. I need to have the
Plus minus.
plus minus. Always. Whenever you take the square root, when solving and you take in the square root, you need to have plus and minus. That means you have two solutions. X minus 1 equal to 5. X minus 1 equal to negative 5. So, how can you solve this? Back in answer 1, what are you going to do?
Add 1.
Add 1. Same thing here, right? Add 1. Can you combine the term this? You can, because this one is both number. There's no square root. Different from here. This one has the square root of 11. That's why you cannot add them. Okay? But this one, they're all numbers. So 5 plus 1 is?
6.
And then negative 5 plus 1? Negative 4. Make sense? Do you think if you have quiz on this one, you can answer this? Oh, nice! The first time I hear anybody say yes.